right, and the Ailey Taylor Lions 27 over the Hastings Bears nothing, and that's at halftime. And this is a pretty interesting one here, Mark. Seven Lakes 14 over Katy Tompkins 7, and they're playing in Waller Stadium.
Yeah, they run out of places to play over there. 7 schools in that district. Got to get them in somehow.
So they decided to rent Waller Stadium out, which isn't unnecessarily far for the Katy teams. They can make it over there, but with roads being filled, Tully being filled, they got to play them somewhere. They got Reagan 17 over Bel Air nothing. Eisenhower 34 over Nimitz 3. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter in that one.
Here's a play for Pearland, rolling out to his left, and an incomplete pass.
Well, that's only the third one of all game. Now this one's pretty interesting because I had the Magnolia Bulldogs, who are currently 3-0, playing the Stratford Spartans, who are 2-1. And if I was to say Magnolia could either hang in there or Magnolia could win that game. With 6 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Stratford 37, Magnolia 7. Oops.
Here's the next play for Pearland, trying to get out of trouble. Blumrick is going to take it himself. He dodges a few. He's going to get a first down and a little bit more inside the 25-yard line in South Houston territory. Blumrick gets the first down. 11:33 is left in this ball game. Fourth quarter just got underway.
Blumrick's showing a little speed there that we didn't know that he had before.
So the quarterback getting it done with his legs.
Here's a game that's currently going on in Turner Stadium. Dayton Broncos 28, Humble Wildcats 20. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter. That's another game that you can hear on TexanLive.com.
Looks like we got an injury down on the field. We'll keep it right here for now.
Well, we have the Navasota Rattlers, which is on and I don't know how you really rank teams nationally, but Navasota Rattlers are a nationally ranked team. They're winning over Castleberry 42-6. I have Porter 21, and this is going on at Crenshaw Stadium. C.E. King 28.
Wow.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
Porter hanging on strong over there.
C.E. King is beating the people they're supposed to beat and have lost games that they weren't supposed to lose. Magnolia was one of the teams that have beaten C.E. King.
We saw that happen last year with C.E. King. Well, back to this game. Pearland with their 53-0 lead. Just over 11 minutes left in the game. A flag goes down before anything. It's going to be a false start.
Here's another one. Spring Branch Memorial 7, Aldine Davis 6. In Brenham, Texas, we have the Brenham Cubs over Tombo Memorial 20-0. That's 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Ridge Point, who a lot of people jumped on their, I want to say bandwagon, because I don't think that anybody's from that school is a bandwagon, but they're winning 9-0 over the Marshall Buffaloes, and that is in the first quarter because of a delay.
Blumrick with another rare incomplete pass to Stone Crossstyle. Incomplete pass for Pearland. Stops the clock. 11:02 left in this ball game. Be second down, and after the penalty they had on the false start, still at 15 yards to go. Here's a carry that's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage for Pearland.
A&M Consolidated 35, Huntsville Hornets 20, and that's at the halftime. Bryan 38, Livingston 8 at the halftime. College Station 35, Willis Wildcats 13. That's 54 seconds left in the second quarter. So as we finished around the area,
still 10 minutes left in this game. One in motion for Pearland as they begin their 3rd and 12. Staying on his feet, the running back for Pearland pushed out of bounds now at the 22-yard line. A flag goes off after the play. Blumrick credited with a good block there. So maybe a little frustration is going on. South Houston with a 15-yard personal foul, late hit coming in. My apologies. That went against Pearland, as I see them moving the ball backwards right now.
Well, in district play right now, you have Manville leading District 22. Actually, you can call it a tie. There's probably, a 4-way tie between Manville, Pasadena Memorial, Dawson, and Pearland here, all district undefeated, with Pearland being the only undefeated team in the district at 4-0, and that's their overall and their district.
Actually, going to give Cody Bernstein 49-yard attempt. That looks like it has the distance.
That's good.
That's unbelievable. 49-yard field goal by Cody Bernstein. Wow. Rest assured, is there any reason of doubt that he got player of the week now? My goodness. With an even 10 minutes left in the clock, that makes it a 56-0 Oilers lead on top of the Trojans. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Well, could that possibly be a 49-yarder? We need official stats on that.
Yeah, if it wasn't, it was darn close to it. Regardless, it was
Wow.
a heck of a kick.
Yes, it was. It's amazing. That's next level kind of kicking, Mark.
Here's a pooch kick from the man who just put him up 56-0. It's taken in by A.J. Demas Jr.
We've called his name a couple times today.
Gets out to about the 30-yard line.
Now we're going to get some of the younger guys in here to play for Pearland. I think you see a little bit of the laundry on the field coming late. But that's what these later in these kinds of games.
So am I still correct here? South Houston has yet to get a first down.
You are still correct. There it is, though.
Wow, just as I say that, it looks like they get their first down of the game. If not, it's awfully close, up to the 40-yard line. There go the chains.
That's Davian Williams there. Just off tackle, and they moved. I think you should say that more often.
Perhaps a good luck charm, just by mentioning it.
It's like when you have a no-hitter.
Yeah, that's always the silliest superstition to me, if you ask me. So somebody says something, and it comes into fruition. Regardless, they did get a first down, so you never know. 3 in the backfield. Fresh set of downs for South Houston.
There's the pitch. Can't get anywhere, though. Look at all of those black shirts around that football, Mark. I can't pick out one.
Well, once again, Pearland getting a quick stop, and even their guys off the bench are getting it done for them defensively. 8:50 and ticking left in this game. It'll be 2nd and 10. No gain on that play. Ball still on the 40-yard line, South Houston territory. Just got a game milestone by picking up the first down. Trying to get some more here. The handoff is to Jacob White. Excuse me. That's for Pearland. That's to Davian Williams.
Davian Williams on that. Just another round real quick of scores. We're getting down towards the end of in quite a few games here with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Manville 56 over Pasadena is nothing. Couple more scores of interest. The Woodlands Highlanders 45, Conroe Tigers nothing. That's the start of the fourth quarter.
Here's a 3rd and 11. In trouble and now going down.
That's going to be a sack.
Big loss. Tackle around the 29-yard line. I don't even know if he was tackled. He just went down. 4th down situation coming up for South Houston. You know, it doesn't really, I know that all the teams are kind of even right now in this district, but more than likely it's going to come down to Manville and Pearland. Always, both of them were ranked in the top 10 in the AP polls before the season started out of the same district here.
Dawson's a team that can get in there.
Dawson's definitely going to make a run for it.
And as we say, Dawson, that's who Pearland prepares for next. And that's another one of those, that's a rolling.
Good bounce on the punts. Gets all the way down to the 16-yard line. He's getting some good rolls today.
Well, as we talk about Pearland and Manville, each team of these that are on the field, and we talked about Dawson, next week Pearland plays Dawson, and it's one of those deals where Pearland plays Dawson right here at home, their home field, which is actually the home field for both of those teams. But so that should be a great showdown to see there, the Pearland Oil against the Dawson Eagles. And this South Houston team will face Manville. And that'll be a home game for Manville, and they'll play that at Pasadena ISD Stadium. So each one of these teams here doesn't get any easier for South Houston.
No, and just playing these two guys back to back. Well, what a tough way to do this. Manville looked awfully good. We saw them against North Shore earlier in the season. We saw them against Westfield. They don't want to just play regular teams. They're going after the big dogs. They managed to get a win against North Shore. They fell just short against Westfield. So they're out to try to get it this year. I mean, falling to Katy last year. I'm sure they're going to be gunning for Pearland again. That was a close game that we saw as this run is taken by Pearland for no gain. It'll be a 3rd down for them. Only maybe got a yard on the play.
Well, one of the nice things about this year is that those playoffs, all roads lead back here to Houston and NRG Stadium.
I love that. That's pretty nice for the city of Houston getting the state championships this year.
Yeah, and the shorter routes, sometimes they say that's why, you know, that when it's the championships are in Dallas, Dallas has an advantage. When the championships are here in Houston, maybe they'll give Houston schools an advantage. Again, we're still going to see the same types of Houston teams in that.
3rd and 5 completed.
Still the Manvilles, still the Westfields, the Katys. I think you see the Woodlands, and I think one of a new and up-and-coming team that we're going to see here is the Tascasita Eagles. And I won't say they're new and up-and-coming, but they're a very powerful team now. I think you'll see the Spring Lions back in it. Klein Collins. There's going to be football here in the city of Houston is very exciting.
Kenneth Gibson on that last reception. Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time. And, you know, Houston just really good at high school sports in general. As this 1st and 10 by Pearland maybe gets a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and about 8. Ball on their own 30-yard line. Clock now under 5 minutes left in this game. Probably just trying to run this one out is Pearland. Woodlands, of course, is a team that you think you may see really far down the stretch. They did defeat Katy last year. Had a dogfight with them again this year, but fell short.
14-7 game there and at Road Stadium. I thought that was pretty admirable for the. There's no moral victories in that, but you got to say that was pretty admirable, especially if Katy, what they've done to everybody else.
There's a timeout down on the field. The last timeout taken by the Trojans. 4:34 left in this game. 56-0 Oilers. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7. TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. A trio of games left on the slate tomorrow night. Kingwood Park squares off against Galena. Well, actually, that is Galena Park and Katy Taylor. Well, that was actually last week. I'm reading the wrong script. My apologies.
Well, and then, you know what? That would be my fault, Mark, because I'll go ahead and fall on the sword for you here, because those are the scripts that I printed off, and I think I grabbed the wrong ones.
Nonetheless, we still have a couple of good games for you tomorrow.
I got one of them.
You do. You have one
Wood Forest?
over at Wood Forest. I'll be over at Rhodes tomorrow.
So let's just tell them what our games are. Well, I've got at Wood Forest. Tomorrow I'll have the Kingwood Mustangs at the Oak Ridge War Eagles. Looking forward to bringing that on TexanLive.com.
The 2nd and 7 attempt goes for no gain for Pearland. It'll be, goes for 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. Here's a carry across. First down granted. Well, number 38 once again, the runner for Pearland, getting that first down. Chains will move. 3:45 just about left in this game. Clock still ticking. First down for Pearland.
So you've got the Road Stadium game. Who are we seeing over there?
Over at Rhodes Stadium tomorrow. I mean, it's all the Katy schools. I mean, they're absolutely fantastic games. Oh, my, look at this right here. They're about to score again. Stopped just barely over there by Brian Flores. Stopped another 6 yards from going up on the board, but Pearland continues to move that ball. 3:13 and ticking left in this game.
Well, and now the Pearland's got the ball on the 11-yard line. That's a snap on that to Blumerick. Maybe gets 2 yards, maybe 3 yards out of that one. Bring up second down.
With all the excitement, my apologies. Going to get back to Yacinco Ranch and Maid Creek. I'll have that game tomorrow. That game starts at 6 p.m. on Rose. We'll have that live on TexanLive.com, picture and all. Friday night, of course, we are, by UIL rules, not allowed to show video. That's why we have audio for you tonight, though. Try to get these games to you any way we can. 2:22 left in the game, 56-0 Pearland. Another handoff going to the right side. Now cutting it back in, cutting it back the other way, getting to the 4-yard line on 2nd and 7.
So, Mark, if we were going to have a player of the game, who would your nominee be as of right now?
Well, we definitely called Ronald Adams out quite a lot.
Well, as he's finishing up with the 2 touchdowns he had. And I would say he had 2 touchdowns in the first half and then 2 in the second.
He had at least 1.
Right.
56-0 game. You kind of lose track.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. That is absolutely true.
Here's a run up the middle and stopped by a brick wall there.
Wow. There wasn't a whole lot of room. That was number 27, Jonathan White. And you're right, there wasn't a whole lot of room there. It looked like he ran into a brick wall.
Did manage to pick up the first down, though, all the way up to the 2-yard line. First and goal situation for Pearland. Clock still ticking, though, 1:19. Yeah, I'm surprised if they just didn't line up in victory formation there, and that's what they're doing. No sense in putting any more points up on the board. They could just run this thing down right now. No timeouts left for the Trojans. Pearland can just finish it off here.
Well, that's Tony Heath and his well-disciplined Pearland Oiler High School Ball Club, and that Mark, it was from the first throughout the first half. It was a very disciplined team. No penalties, 2 mistakes, and the 2 mistakes they made were not making the 2-point conversion, and then the muff extra point.
Yeah, just a couple of bad snaps. They actually managed to get out of one of those situations to get the extra point down on a bad snap.
And that's offensively. Defensively, they hold South Houston to 1 first down in the entire ball game, and only let them inside their own 40 once in the entire ball game. So that's a Pearland good ball club. And as they finish up, I'm going to say the same thing. If we had a player of the game vote, say Ronald Adams on that one. So I think we both agree that Ronald Adams had a heck of a game, the senior, who put some points on the board for Pearland.
Officially, the clock has ticked down here at the rig in Pearland. It's a 56-0 Pearland Oilers victory on top of the South Houston Trojans. We'll be back in a minute and wrap up here from everything that we've seen tonight here on TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Well, back here to wrap things up at the rig in Pearland, Texas. Mark M. Johnson alongside with me is Chance Bond and our production engineer, James Blunt. We saw basically a one-sided game tonight. Pearland takes this one 56-0 over South Houston. South Houston actually didn't even get their first down until
late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter, and they only got that one. Didn't manage to get anything else after that. Other than that, Pearland got pretty far down on their bench, and the guys were still making it happen down there. So it's what you saw tonight out of everybody. And it just goes to show that Pearland is out for one thing this year, and that's a state championship. Once you have a taste of it, and once you actually get it, then you're going to want more of it. Winning is winning, and especially to these guys. They're 2010 5A state champions. They're going to want another one. And last year they did so well, taking their district all the way to that final game against Manville and the showdown. They'll have another one this year, and we could see the same thing as last year. Manville, of course, ranked a little bit higher than Pearland this season, probably because of the season Manville had last year and the return of Derek King. But don't sell these guys short over here in Pearland. Coach Tony Heath and his squad are taking the district by storm right now. Their record moves to 5-0 on the season, and I believe that drops South Houston to 1-4. Chance?
Yes, it is. They're 1-4. Their one win is against Sam Rayburn. So yeah, that put South Houston at 1-4 on the season, and those kids, they played both ways. That they didn't have the manpower to be able to play with the team, and again. This South Houston team goes against Manville next week, so it could be a rough couple weeks for South Houston. But I love their spirit, I love their drive, and I love the way that these kids they didn't quit. They never quit, Mark. And you got to love that about the team, that they're playing for their school, for their pride, for themselves, and their head coach.
Yeah, he definitely is. You see him over there right now, still with their with their fans over there, the parents, just everybody that came out to support them over here at the rig. They're still singing their song, and they're still doing their thing over there. Well, that just about wraps it up here from the rig. One thing more to mention, don't forget to tune into Fox Sports Southwest tonight. Now that this game has concluded, it starts at 11 o'clock and ends at midnight. That's the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with the best high school football in town. That's the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight only on Fox Sports Southwest. Once again, your final score from here, the rig in Pearland, Texas, 56, the Pearland Oilers, and 0 for the South Houston Trojans. Don't forget to follow us on social media, Texan_live on Twitter and Instagram. We also have a Facebook page that you can like, and we also have a YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, all that at Texan Live, of course. So, that'll do it from the rig here in Pearland, Texas. I'm Mark M. Johnson.
I am Chance Bond. Goodbye, adios, and deuce.
Have a safe drive home, everyone.